I need you to focus and avoid frivolous distractions.
You play Aretha's husband and manager, Ted White. Talk about the connection and the attraction there.
I think that, he was there for her at a time when, she needed to be rescued from underneath the thumb of her father. And, he was had a very strong personality, and Ted did too. And Ted was just strong enough to arrest her from his grip, to put Aretha on the path of, being her own artist and finding her own voice, and to a point where, I think that was the attraction. He was the Prince Charming.
It was interesting too, because they both talked about this need to kind of beat demons, and they could do that together. And sometimes they needed to do that separately. What did that look like exploring?
There wasn't much written about Ted, so I had to kind of really think about the psychosis and think about what kind of person he is. And I realized that, like, when he talks about his demons, it's like damaged people. And as much as those demons were really his pains, what I mean? As he probably had some mama issues. He probably was abandoned as a kid. What I mean? He pops up, some woman hurt him somewhere, and he feels like this is the only way he can control her. And so there's a little boy lashing out that is too insecure and too jealous to maintain control of himself. And so he hits her, and that's not the thing to do. And so, but it has to come from a insecure place. So there's, even as malicious as it is, there's an innocence to it. And I don't want the audience to be like, yeah, I wanted them to feel the tearing apart of Aretha and Ted, but they had to invest in the love. So we had to love and love hard. And then when we're breaking up, it's like, you don't know, like, you kind of want them to work, but you kind of don't. And then he goes too far and you're like, see, now she got to go. And you're like, yeah, girl, go.
It's so true. But I think within that, we see the birth of her coming into her own, where now she feels comfortable enough to make creative decisions and to call the shots. And whether that's a sign of the times, or whether that's born out of the relationship that she finally has that strength to do that. I think that's one of the reasons why Aretha is such an icon. Not only does she have this powerful voice, but she's also using her voice for change.
Because power is something that you give somebody. First, she gave her power to her father. Then she gave power to Ted. And then she swiped the power from both of them, and she empowered herself. And then she gifted that power into other things that can provoke change. And she did that. The women's movement, her music, the civil rights, she was just, became an influence. And sometimes everything is energy. So take the energy and put that towards something. Stop giving it to people. And I think everybody needs to see this film, women, men, because we spend so much of our time giving away energy when we can enlighten ourselves and then enlighten others who really want that light on them. That's going to do something with it.